Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Do you remember the Gulf of Tonkin incident? Remember Vietnam? By the Vietnam territorial waters, there were some American warships, and they claimed that they were attacked by the Vietnamese little boats. The guys were coming and they attacked and damaged some cruise whatever warship. Remember that one? Okay, that's what determined the Americans to go full force into Vietnam. That was the reason, because they were attacked on the high seas. Well, that was a lie, but we found out later, after Vietnam saw some napalm, about 55,000 American soldiers dead, country destroyed, Laos bombarded, Cambodia bombarded, and so on. So, based on a lie. Now, it seems like we might have this one now, but in Poland. Well, the Polish border guards reported that fire came from Belarus. So some Belarusians or Russians shot at them. Wow, that's like the Gulf of Tonkin. Maybe there were some casualties. That means war. Well, is someone waiting for that? Maybe both sides. We'll find out. So let's see. We have this article coming from Ukrainska Pravda. It is from today, Thursday, June 15th, 2023. Polish border guards report attacks from territory of Belarus for the first time. All right, now let's see. The Polish border guards, what the hell, stated that a few days ago shots were fired for the first time from the territory of Belarus. A service car was damaged, and it is not known for certain which weapon was used. The head of the detachment involved in the incident reported on the situation in the Polish Sejm. The representative of the border guards, Colonel Arkadiusz Tivoniuk, oh my god, this like Ukrainian with yuk at the end. Anyway, said that he could only assume that what weapon was used, but, and I'm quoting, the speed and kinetic energy were significant, end quote. According to Tivoniuk, the bullet flew through the side window of the car and pierced another window at the exit. The bullet? Singular? At the same time, there were two border guards in the car, so it was a direct threat to their lives. Was the car in Belarus? Was the car going towards Belarus? I don't know. The border guard added that stones are thrown at the patrol almost daily. By whom? By the cavemen? Hey, Belarus, you still have cavemen? Can we study them? Since the beginning of 2023, Polish border guards have recorded over 12,000 attempts to illegally cross the border from Belarus. By whom? By migrants? This concerns the citizens of third countries around the world who arrive in Belarus and from there try to get to the EU countries on foot. Or something like people arriving in Mexico and then trying to cross Rio Grande into the US. Most often, they are citizens of Afghanistan, Syria, Iraq or Iraq, Yemen and Somalia. So, you do the same thing as the Americans are doing, or you're bad people? If you know. Earlier, the Border Service said that they consider Belarusian and Russian officers involved in organized attacks by illegal migrants on Polish border guards. All right, let me give you this piece of information. They arrested at the border, I think it was in Hungary, at the border with Hungary. They arrested a while ago, I didn't make that video, Hungary and was it the country? I can't remember exactly which one it was. Next to Hungary. Let me just look and anyway, they said that they arrested some illegal migrants, illegal people who wanted to cross into their country, and they had weapons on them. So they didn't take that into consideration yet. Let me look over this for a second. All right, I got it. It was Serbia. I wasn't sure it was Croatia or Serbia. And here is the article right here. I didn't make a video on it, but it was Serbia police detained 85 migrants, weapons seized in a raid. Associated Press, July 14, 2022. So authorities in Serbia have detained 85 migrants near the border with Hungary. I told you it was the border with Hungary, where a clash earlier this month, apparently involving people smugglers, left one person dead and several injured. So maybe, they have, I'm pretty sure they have weapons, and coming from right here, a police task force found automatic weapons. They come from those countries. What do you want? Where is it? Right here. They come from wherever they said Libya, Afghanistan, Syria, not Libya, Syria, Iraq. These guys have automatic weapons. What do you think? And then they throw rocks. And look what they say, the first thing in this article. Earlier, the Border Service said that they consider Belarusian and Russian officers involved in organized attacks by illegal migrants on Polish border guards. So these guys, the Russians and Belarusians, somehow they organized those guys to attack the Polish border guards. Not impossible, but why don't you get the most obvious scenario? The Poland, I think they built a little fence with Belarus. So do you think the migrants are happy about it? So they know who's who, what's what. Do you think that Lukashenko's government helps them to throw them into Poland? Probably. But it doesn't change the fact that the migrants are angry with the Poles. And some of these migrants have guns, automatic, pop, 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 not but pop, 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 okay? So they got those. So you think, as these guys say, oh, the Russians and the Belarusians are training them and getting them ready to, not impossible, but like in any investigation, you make a alternate hypothesis, and you go at most likely, a little bit less likely, least likely, and you go with the most likely, and you try to get rid of all the information, all the paths, all the leads, and then when you eliminate all the leads, you move to the next scenario, which is the most possible, the most probable, or the below it, and then below and below. You don't go to the lowest. Oh yeah, the Russians and Belarusians trained those guys to attack them. Yeah, it's not impossible, but according to that article I just showed you, I think it's more possible that the migrants are very, very angry, and the smugglers are very angry with the Poles. And the Poles are right. They should defend their country like that. Build walls if you want, be over there with chik. Don't allow anybody to cross illegally, because you don't know who's coming. People with weapons, drugs, and who knows what else. So it says, since the summer of 2021, the Lukashenko regime has organized a hybrid migration crisis on the border of Belarus' European neighbors, facilitating the arrival of people from Africa and the Middle East at the border. Yeah, so they came to Belarus and he transported them to the border. You take them because you love the European values. And European values are tolerance and others. The Baltic states and Poland see it as revenge for their tough stance in regards to Lukashenko's repression against the Belarusian opposition and civil society. Could be, but nevertheless, you stand by your values, Poland, don't you? The European values, the Brussels values. Oh, no? Okay. It doesn't matter if Lukashenko brought them over there from his, let's say, eastern border, or whatever they came from. You have a good heart, and you are better than the Belarusians, therefore you're going to get them in your country and feed them and give them everything you have. All right, so since winter 2021, the intensity of such attempts has decreased significantly, but the problem has not disappeared. No, they also regularly identify individuals who help migrants continue their journey deep into the EU. Last year, Poland completed the construction of, there you have it, 5-meter fence on the border, and has just completed the construction of an electronic barrier and I made that like the concentration camps the Nazis had with surveillance equipment. I like surveillance electronic barrier. You know what it is? Electronic barrier. I think it was electric. The video that I made a while ago, I think it was electric, and they did the same thing with Kaliningrad. Their right to protect their borders. I'm 100% on the Polish side of this one. But on the other hand, I understand Lukashenko's evil thought as well. Well, you want these guys, you're the tolerant ones, you're the good ones, you're the good people, we're the bad. Get somewhere. No. Is that where you put your money, where your mouth is? Is that what it is? I think so, that's the expression. But on the other hand, as I said, I'm 100% on Poland's side on this one. Now, who shot over there? Could be Belarusian evil people, could be Russian evil people, could be both, could be migrants with guns, could be smugglers, could be those guys training and pushing these guys, all of the above. Do they know who? No. Well, I hope they find out. And then what? Nothing. What do you think? Poland is going to invade the nuclear power of soon to be Belarus? Niet. I don't think so. But we'll find out. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.